Hi all, in this video I am going to discuss about Herodotus. Herodotus, as you all know, is considered as the father of history. He is basically a Greek historian who was born in 480 BC at Helicarnassus. Actually, there is differences of opinion regarding the birth year of Herodotus. To certain scholars, it is 484 BC. To some, it is 480 BC. We can have only an approximate year actually regarding the birth of Herodotus. Then Herodotus was highly influenced by Homer and Hecatus. He, during his initial years itself, traveled a lot, like he traveled Thrace, Egypt, Babylon, etc. And after all his travels, he came back to the court of Pericles. The most important work written by Herodotus is Histories. Actually, he is considered as the father of history, and his first and most important work, that is his masterpiece, is the work Histories. It is actually Cicero who called him the father of history. Actually, Herodotus was the person who transformed legend writing into today's history. He freed history from logography. Everyone will be familiar with the logographers of ancient Greece who were considered as the pioneers of historians. So he was actually the person who freed history from that of logographers. He is also considered as the father of prose composition. Then regarding his work, Histories. So as I have mentioned already, Histories is his masterpiece, his magnum opus. The central theme of his work, Histories, is Greco-Persian Wars. Actually, this work was divided into 9 books, and each book was divided into one of the Greek muses. Thus, the 9 books were dedicated into 9 Greek muses. The first book was dedicated to Clio, who is considered as the goddess of history. The first 5 books of histories actually discusses the early conflicts between the East and the West and the developments that happened in Greece. The 6th book discusses about the Ionian revolt and the campaign of Marathon. The last 3 books clearly depicts the wars, that is the Greco-Persian Wars. Actually, through his work Histories, we can have a clear picture of all the nations of the Mediterranean area. In that sense, we can say that Histories is actually a universal history. He discusses in detail about the customs, dress, manners, beliefs of the people of Mediterranean. Then regarding the aims or purpose of his writing. In his work Histories, he clearly mentions that he had written history, that is his work, to preserve for future generations the great deeds of Greece and barbarians and lay bare the causes of wars. So it is for the future generations that he had wrote his book. Actually, he wanted to tell the truth to the posterity. That is, he wanted to share the truth with the readers belonging to other ages. And the method of Herodotus. Regarding the method of Herodotus, he traveled alone and collected data. Second or third hand reports were also used by him for writing his work, but he mainly depended his account on eyewitness accounts, particularly oral sources. He gave much importance to observations, but at the same time, he included oracles, dreams, etc. in his writings. He followed a policy of questioning his sources, but in a limited way. His writing style was simple and elusive, which attracted readers. That is why he was also considered as the father of prose composition. Then regarding the contributions of Herodotus to history. Actually, he made many original contributions to history. That's why he is considered as the father of history. He used primary sources to study the empires of Mediterranean region. And for writing his work, Histories, that is a work on Greco-Persian wars, he used authentic sources. He included geographical descriptions in his work, which was unparalleled. Then his source collection was worth mentioning, and at the same time, he mentioned about the sources. Actually, his works was a transition from myth to history, and he followed a pattern of a humanistic history. Even though he believed in oracles, dreams, and all, he gave much importance to humanistic aspects in history. Then the major shortcomings or criticisms against Herodotus. The most important criticism leveled against Herodotus is that he had a partiality to Greece. Then, even though he followed eyewitness accounts and traditions, there are many problems in his writings. That is, majority of these eyewitness accounts or the traditions are untrustworthy. Then he believed in supernatural influences, which we have already discussed. He included oracles, dreams, etc. in his writings. And he had a childlike credulity. He believed in some myths. Then, even though in his writings he included historical inquiry, he only asked the question what, how, and why are not addressed in his writings. He inserted lengthy speeches to his characters. So that made his writing so lengthy. So these are the major shortcomings or criticisms leveled against Herodotus. Then the opinions of various historians on Herodotus. Cicero actually called him the father of history. Lucian ranked him above Thucydides. Shortwell called him the Homer of Persian verse. That is, he actually gave much importance to his language and writing. R.G. Collingwood credits with the creation of scientific history to Herodotus. But Strabo stated that there is much nonsense in Herodotus. Actually, he criticized Herodotus. So, Herodotus is considered as one of the most important historians, as he laid the foundation of modern history. That's why itself he is called as the father of history. Thank you.